Gone Fishkin is live on idobi Radio.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to Gone Fishkin live-ish here on idobi Radio with your host, Fish. Twitter.com/Gone Fishkin. If you have a request, if you want a shout out, I'll get to it next week, maybe. I am very excited for tonight's show for multiple different reasons. Reason number one, I get to do my show live with friends again, and I'll never take that for granted. Reason number two, I survived the weekend. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Reason number three, I have not only someone that I am blessed enough to consider a friend, not only someone who took care of my mom getting into a show last week in New York City, not only someone I've watched from his first single all the way to his debut record, the first time he's on the show in far too long, the third time ever, we got Knox, and we're going to be talking all about his debut record, which is officially out, Going, Gone. What's up?
Let's freaking go, bro. I'm so stoked to be here. I'm actually so stoked to be sitting back on this couch. I had so much fun the last time I was here.
It's a great couch to sit on.
Yeah, right?
It's very comfortable, and I made sure to put Shania Twain behind you.
Let's go. I mean, the queen. Come on.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
It's truly a beautiful day. It's Knox Cello weekend on this beautiful Monday in Los Angeles. We're recording this.
You best believe it, baby. You best believe it. When I'm in town, it's a party.
It truly is. And I don't know if you know this. We have each other on Find My Friends still. So this morning, I just see your head when I'm looking at it.
Let's go.
And I'm like, oh, sick. Knox is here. Dope. And I see you like so far away this morning. I'm like, this dude's day is going to be a long day.
Dude, yeah, it's already, I mean, we've been off to the races. I went over to Atlantic and just like said hi to my team, I guess. And now I'm here. And then we got the record store after this at Licorice Pizza, and then sound check, and then VIP, and then meeting more people from the label, and then showtime, baby. So it's, yeah, I gotta slam little Monday, man.
Yeah, it's a Knox Cello Monday here.
Yes, sir. It's definitely day one of the work week. You know, I feel like in music, like I don't really have, like, you know, people talk about, like, you know, it's Monday, and they're like, oh, I gotta go. Today feels like a proper Monday that I've had in a very long time. So yeah, I'm back, baby.
I love it. And I think the last time I saw you was probably on the beach in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
holy shit, it has been that long.
It's been about a year.
Yeah.
And dude, just seeing you there, and for people who don't understand the context of why this is so special, Knox opened for Shinedown and Jax on the Jersey Shore for the Z100 kickoff to summer at the legendary bar that Snooki got arrested for at the Jersey Shore. And Z100, it's the station I listened to the whole time growing up. Like, my dad won the Harry Back contest in '99 on the station.
The Harry Back, like as in like Harry Back?
Yep.
That's incredible.
I'm a Nepo baby, if you were wondering.
That's incredible.
But playing such an iconic show and just making your rounds. Dude, that was all before your debut record.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. That was so much fun, man. Doing all that, like having Not the 1975 like do its thing, and like getting to do all of those radio shows and everything. It was such a fun summer, dude. So, you know, hopefully we get one of those. Hopefully we get another Not the 1975 rocking off this record. I think we definitely have one on there. I'm not sure which one yet, but I hope I get to do all that again, you know?
Only one?
I mean, hey, I'll take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Before we get into the record completely, I've been watching all the videos you post, because I get such great joy out of just like the whole crowd singing the incredible gang vocals on this record. I don't know. It seems like you happened, or Pick Your Poison might be having their moment soon.
Either one I'll take. I still think it's Pick Your Poison if I had to choose one. But dude, at the end of the day, I'll take anything. But yeah, man, you haven't has been like a beautiful like surprise, because it wasn't like crazy streamed. It didn't like do, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought it was gonna do like crazy stuff, and it didn't do anything wild. But seeing it's absolutely the most fun song to do at the show. Everybody just screams it. They all look so angry. I love it.
That's awesome. Yeah. I remember just hearing the TikTok clip of it, and I texted you, and I was like, dude, what is this song? I need to hear it now.
Yeah.
Like, and you've dropped so many songs that I've patiently waited for, and you've teased this one. I'm like, dude, I need this song right now.
Gotta have it. Yeah, dude, I think it has such like a early, like, that one to me feels like, out of probably all the songs that I've ever done, it feels the most like 2007, like Hot Shell Ray. Like, I love it, man. I love it a lot.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. It's so good.
Thanks, bro.
The whole record, you started out with Now and Then, which was co-written with Brian Dales from Somerset.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be at the show tonight.
Yep, he texted me already. He goes, I assume you're going to Knox because you heard my song before I did.
Let's go.
Like, yes,
funny.
I will be.
You probably did hear it before he did. Poor guy. I feel bad.
But so I want to say, because Brian is one of my favorite songwriters too, and I've been listening to him for literally half my life now with the Somerset and
dude,
stuff.
you got name dropped.
I did.
That was sick. You got name dropped in one of the songs, like he was a rapper.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but that was sick. That was so dope.
Oh man. I don't want to party anymore. Jeez, I can't believe I got named. Dude, the smile I had on my face.
Yeah, it was so cool.
And then you writing the song "The DJ" about me.
Hey, I got you, baby. Yes, sir. I got you.
But so I want to bring it up because everyone who listens to my show does know the Somerset really well, because they've been on my show since like day one, and I've been posting about them since I'm 14, 15 years old.
Yeah. Dude,
that's the most aggressive song with arguably the poppiest writer in the pop punk scene.
Yeah.
So how did that whole session come about?
Dude, that was so that was a day. So you know Danon Rector?
Oh,
right?
of course.
Yeah. So Danon does like all Charlotte stuff and everything, Charlotte Sands, and I had a session with him that day, and it was supposed to be, dude, there was a lot of people in the room that day. It was me, Danon, Spencer, Jordan, and Steven Elrod, who's another great writer here in LA, and it was supposed to be us four. Well, then I think Danon had like accidentally double booked or something. And he was like, hey, I'm supposed to have a session with this guy, Brian. Is it cool if he just hops in? And like, dude, I'm like, I love when there's a ton of people in the room. I'm like, brother, the more the merrier. Like, absolutely. So I'd never met Brian or anything. But yeah, he like came through. And then I think I came up with the idea of that song. And I actually wrote a song like 2 years ago when I was in LA. Like, I wrote this chorus by myself, and it was like, how did it freaking go? One of the lines was one of the lines in the chorus of this song that I had written was, don't call me crying, you didn't need me, or you don't need me now, you didn't need me then. That was like one of the, and that song was a song that's like never gonna see the light of day or whatever. Yeah. But I always like loved that line, whatever. And to be honest, I was so sick of just writing songs that was like about a girl or something, like, or being like sad boy breakup, like, you know, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And so I think you know, everybody kind of knows me as the guy who just sings a song about the 1975 and his shoes. And so I was like, dude, you know, like, life has changed a lot. I was like, let's just talk a little shit for fun, and like, let's see what happens. And then we did it. And to be honest, as we were writing it, I was like, I don't know about this one. But then the more I heard it, I was like, man, this is actually like really fun, and it's very different, like in terms of the lyrical content and the sound, you know?
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, it was a beautiful day, and I'm glad Brian got to be a part of it. It was fun. It's a very special song on the album.
It's a great intro track for the record, because then you go straight into "You Happened," right?
Yeah. Dude, that was one of it. The intro, like, because it's so different, I wanted the first song to be like, you know, you set the tone for like, I have no idea what this album's about to sound like.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I think it did a good job.
When I heard it, I'm like, man, this feels like treadmill on crack.
That I agree. Treadmill on crack. Just like mean treadmill, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's a stair climber.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So now, with the record, I know there's a handful of songs that you've had for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how long. Like, She's Not Okay. I know that was a demo that you showed me the first time you ever came on the show, which was before, I think it was before How to Lose a Girl in 7 Days came out, or it was right after, maybe?
It would have been, it was probably right after. But
or
yeah,
Seven Songs, sorry.
Yeah. But I've had that song forever.
Yeah.
That was like, it's so nice that it's out in the world now, and it's so cool seeing. It's like cool that it's like a part of the thing now, you know? It's just something that's lived on my phone forever. So I freaking love that song, dude.
Yeah, I remember when you showed it to me, you sent it to me too, because it was with Colin, aka Little Hurt.
Yeah.
And dude, just like the quippiest songwriters together, and I was just like nerding out. I remember just like listening over and over. I'm like, this is the future of what pop rock should sound like.
Yeah, dude, I think when we were making that was like in the prime of like, that was like in Stick Season's prime. And it was also, there was another song by Chelsea Cutler that I was bumping like crazy. I think it was called like, I Don't Feel Alive or something like that, I think is what it was called. I can't remember, but those two songs I was bumping like mad. And I remember going into the studio that day and I was like, dude, let's like write the most singer-songwriter song that we can, with like a shuffle beat and everything, and then just like put electric guitars on it. And so yeah, that production has like a weird production that I think is like really unique and cool.
Definitely the most unique sounding song when it comes to production wise on the album. That and Now and Then are the two stickouts production wise for me.
Yeah. Thank you, dude.
Yeah. So there's just so many great things on the record. And you did most of the record with Spencer Jordan?
Yeah, dude. This was like him and I, dude, this was like, man, it's so funny because we talk about it all the time. Like, I obviously, like, Spotify says Knox, and I go play the shows, and I go do all of this and whatever. But, like, at the end of the day, bro, the project is so much like ours, you know? Like,
yeah.
we talk everything out together. Like, we like, I mean, he did 15 of the 16 songs. The only song he didn't do was the Bill Murray one, and I didn't even do that one either. That was all Bill Murray. Like, Johnny just sent me that song, and he was like, dude, we should, like, do this. And then I was like, yeah, I'll like, sing on it with you. And then I ended up doing it, and then he was like, dude, what if this was, like, for you instead? And I was like, I would love nothing more. So, yeah, so, I mean, like, every song, man, me and Spencer did it all together. He helped, he helped come up with album names. I shot all of his album names down. He had some ideas, and I was giving him so much shit for it. And then I remember when I told him, I was like, I'm going to call the album Going, Going, Gone. He was like, please don't call the album Going, Going, Gone. And then I, like, mapped out the vision for him, and he was like, okay. He was like, I can get behind this now. But I think his favorite idea was Ohio is for haters. And I was...
That's so good.
And I was like, I don't know. And plus, I love Ohio. I was like, I'm not a hater. I love Ohio, and I'm from Ohio. So, yeah, but it was fun, man. It was fun making this thing with him. It was a blast.
It's music to my ears, quite literally.
Thanks, bro.
And figuratively.
Thanks, bro.
But I just remembered when She's Not Okay, you played it for me for the first time. It's when you were promoting Love Letter.
Wow.
Yep.
That was forever ago.
And when we went out and got wings after.
We did.
Yeah, with the whole crew.
Holy cow, bro. That was forever ago, man.
So long ago.
I can't believe I had it back then.
Dude, it's a while.
That's crazy. Isn't that so weird how, like, songs work? How they, like, you know, they're brand new to the universe, but to me, it's like, they're so old. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already working on, like, album 2, like, you know, and, like, I feel like it's, like, halfway done already, you know? So, yeah, it's weird, man. Making songs is a strange job.
Well, we're gonna be playing a song off of Going, Going, Gone, and then talking more about your debut record, your tour right now, which is selling out all across the country. And I've been hearing rumors at the shows that the floor has been shaking on some of the songs.
I'll tell you what, New York was scary. I thought we were gonna have some problems, but yeah, it's been amazing, man. It's been 10 out of 10, 0 notes. I'm happier than I've ever been.
As you should be. And I want to play a song off of Going, Going, Gone before we get to commercial break. What song should I play for everyone?
Ooh, what song needs some airtime? Dude, you know what? Let's start off fun. You rip some voicemail, man.
Ooh,
voicemail, baby.
Whoa. I heard this song and I'm like, man, this reminds me of my 20s.
Yeah, right.
Let's just talk about the features for a second.
Oh, let's talk about them. Okay.
Dude, you've had some iconic features on your records, or your EPs rather. Your first 2 EPs you had come out. You featured on some iconic stuff, including Hardy's song Happy Hour.
Yeah.
Dude, that feature was insane.
Thank you, bro. That was crazy how that, like, I can't believe I have a song with Hardy. That's, like, so funny to me.
So you know? Sick. And on paper that we know of, the only artist you've collaborated with more than one time is Bill Murray. And as you said, they kind of just sent you the song.
Yeah. Bill Murray, we're at 3. We're already working on episode 4. Well, we've talked about it. I wouldn't say we're working on it, but there is episode 4 to come, no doubt.
Awesome.
I have a life goal that I don't even know if Johnny knows this yet, so maybe he'll listen to this, but I have a life goal that I will feature on every Bill Murray album for the rest of time, dude.
I can't wait for the Bill Murray Knox Watch the Throne record.
Yeah, 100%. One day, dude, it would be so sick to do a collab record someday. I think that would be so much fun, but we both gotta do our, you know, we gotta take it as far as we can ourselves, and then when we're both in our flop eras, that's when we'll come together and do the collab, and that's how we'll become relevant again.
Hey, I don't think there's a flop era coming anytime soon for either of you guys.
Yes, sir. I'll take that, man. I'll take that.
So now with the debut record out, you had to step up your live show, which in my opinion, I mean, your live show was so perfect. Like when I saw you at the Echo, it was pretty much sold out, and the Echo show was so special to me because It was the first time seeing you play live.
Really? That was the first time?
I believe that was the first show. That was in March of last year, March or April of last year. And then I saw you a couple months later in Jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
So seeing you play that show, it was just like seeing a kid play Los Angeles happy. Like just smile ear to ear. You're all wearing Dodgers jerseys.
Yeah.
I might have had too much to drink and was like, guys, I'm going to help you load out just so I can hang out for the longest time. So now it was just the three of you guys, you, Christian, and Johnny on stage.
Yeah.
And now you added a bassist. And I believe, I don't know for a fact if it's Cam or it's not Cam, but judging by Instagram, I think it's Cam Becker.
It is our boy Cam Becker, dude. I'm honestly, bro, I am so... One, he's an incredible performer, dude. He has added so much, like, needed energy to the show. And he's just an incredible instrumentalist. Like, he's doing keys and bass. So, like, some songs he's doing keys, other songs, like the rockier stuff, he's doing bass. But dude, having him out has just been the absolute best. And for anybody that doesn't know Cam, like, he produced all of How to Lose a Girl in 7 Songs. He produced the majority of I'm So Good at Being Alone. And then he did a bunch of songs on the album too. So Cam has just like been a key part to like all of this. You know, he did Sneakers and not the 1975. So that's enough right there. I mean, he could have just done those two and that's enough. You know?
So now adding a band member to the live show and stepping it up with the Going On era, how important was it to have someone who was so familiar and someone who's been so close to the camp but not exactly on stage with you? Even though he basically has been on stage with you the whole time, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it was more, to be honest with you, that's actually a great question because I never even really thought of it like that. To me, like, I begged Cam to come do this tour because, you know, 2022 or whenever How to Lose a Girl in 7 Songs came out, once Sneakers came out, he moved to Nashville, and he is pretty much just like, you know, he became a full-time producer. He got signed by this company, Reservoir, and he has just been full-blown producer and has just like lived behind his computer for the past 2.5 years. And I don't think he had like a full grasp of like, cause like, dude, you can look at numbers on songs all day and you grow so numb to it so fast. And I was like begging him. I was like, bro, you need to like come see how the music that you have made has like affected people in real life. Like, I think you need to see the amount of people that your work has like impacted. And plus I was like, and bro, just get out from behind the computer. Let's go to Salt Lake City and eat at Red Iguana. And like, let's come to LA and like, let's just like go like live a little bit. And so honestly, bro, just like having him out has been so awesome, and I think he's really enjoying it. I hope he's really enjoying it. But me, Christian, and Johnny have loved having him out, and it's just been like the perfect, experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been great.
I have to take Cam out to good Mexican food.
You do. Didn't we eat like right next door here, right?
Yes.
I was going to say. Yeah, that was amazing, bro. That was so good.
The second Mexican food trip we took together wasn't as great.
What was the second one?
When we walked from whatever venue it was downtown to that taqueria, and it was the sketchiest 2-block walk ever.
Yeah, dude, that was terrifying, bro. Yeah, that was unbelievable. That was when we were, where were we? That was
John Cho.
Yes, dude, that was crazy, bro. Yeah, that was... I can't believe
so bad.
I can't believe we lived, bro. But it was awesome. That's like for the memes.
Yeah.
It was great.
Was Cam with us or just Spencer that day?
No, I think it was just Spencer. Well, actually, no. Maybe Cam was with us because we were on a writing trip. So I don't remember though.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
All I remember was getting chased with a sword or a broom. It might have been a sword. It might have been a broom. But
yeah, that was crazy. I'm glad you're safe, brother.
Yeah,
I'm glad
you're safe. You had a lot more to do than I did.
We're both alive, man. That's all that matters,
Exactly. So the Going Gone record, it's 15 songs on it, right?
I think, 15, including not the 1975, which doesn't count. So yes, 15.
Cool. Yeah. So 16.
Yep. Yeah. So 16.
So now, it has a lot of themes on the record, and most of the themes is definitely heartbreak, in my opinion, listening to the songs, and that's what I interpreted from it. And like I was live texting you the first time I heard the record, telling you about different moments in my life that each song reminded me of that no one gives a shit about on my show.
but I give a shit about in real life. Don't get it twisted.
Exactly. They don't need to hear about my heartbreak from the college bar when I was like 22 years old or something.
Right.
And so now each song, it does have like a better message. Like it could get coded as a sad song with a happy melody or a happy song with a sad melody, which is one of my favorite parts about listening to your music, besides listening to the lyrics and how quippy they are.
Thank you.
Dude, still love letter down is still one of my favorite lyrics.
Dude, I still feel like I'm trying to beat that one, dude.
I mean, you did on this record for sure.
Okay, I'll take
you
that.
definitely did. I'm not going to misquote any of them, but
Thank
that
you.
one just sticks out of my head every time.
Yeah.
But the song that like really just like fucking took a dagger to my heart and just like ripped it out and was like, hey man, reevaluate your life was Win Some, Lose Somebody.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about that song, because I didn't want to text you too much about it to give it away, but it's a very common thing where if work gets busy and everything, a lot of friends don't understand why work gets busy for you and why you're not listening or you're not as attentive or there.
Yeah.
And being someone I know who has worked his ass off the last like 2-3 years, literally been on the road, like I'll talk to your manager and he'll be like, Knox has been home for 36 hours in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Like quite literally has spent 36 hours with his dog at home since like last summer at this point.
Right.
Talk about how important it was to end the record with a song like that, and as impactful and as personal as it sounds.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, that's like probably the most personal song I've ever put out, because, and I wanted to end the record on it like that because it's kind of like the funny thing about it is that Win Some, Lose Somebody is actually the exact same song as Now and Then, except not a joke, you know, like Now and Then's kind of a joke, and it's like me, like, you know, messing around and whatever, but like, dude, it's just like, man, like in the past 3 years, I feel like I've lived a lot of life, and dude, at the end of the day, like, you know, I've kind of like found myself in a position where I've, you know, I feel like at this point in my life, I am finally putting myself first and honestly being selfish. Like, no, like I'm just at that point where it's like, I have one life. The only life that I can be in control of is mine. And so I've kind of selfishly put myself first, in a way. And dude, and when you do that, you know, people show you who they really are, you know? And so, like, yeah, that song just came from it. Actually, it's funny because the song was actually like an upbeat rock song.
Really?
Yeah. I could probably play it on here. Hold
Ooh.
on. I had because it was originally this rock song, but then the chorus always just like spoke to me so much that I was like, man, I feel like this isn't going to come across the way it's supposed to come across unless it's stripped down to just a guitar and the vocal. And so, like, yeah, man, I mean, just like, that's just one of those songs that, like, writing songs, like, okay, this is weird, but a lot of songs that I obviously I write songs that people can relate to, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to write a song that was completely about my life, but that is still relatable, because like nothing's worse than like songwriters writing songs about writing songs. You know what I mean? Like nobody can like relate to that. And I just feel like it's one of those things where like, bro, like life goes on, and you know, people, they either are around or they're not. And I just know that the people that are around me are like the best people, like, for me, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Spencer and Zach and like Johnny and Christian and like all those guys, and even Lizzie, my tour manager, is here, and like my girlfriend and my family and cousins. Like, I know the people that I need to have around for my mental. And so yeah, I just like wanted to write a song about it. So not to get all like sappy and meta, but yeah, listen to this. This was the intro. It was like a full blown. So then,
damn.
Hold on. Oh, this might be the. Yeah. Yeah, it was like a full blown rock song. Yeah. So it was like and I had that forever. That demo. I did it with Joe Pepe here in LA, actually.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and but yeah, I just kept listening to it, and I was like, man, this chorus just grabs me, but the music didn't match, you know? So yeah, I went back through and rewrote the verses, and like, bro, those are just some of the like realest verses that me and Spencer and Chandler Eggleston actually wrote it. But yeah, man, it's just like a song, dude. It's just like a song about life, and like obviously, as you know, you've met a million artists. Like living this lifestyle while it's like the biggest blessing in the world, and I feel like the luckiest person ever. Like it definitely comes with cons, and it definitely comes with like hard shit to deal with, So yeah, man, that song means a lot to me. Nobody's asked me about that song like on this out of all the interviews I've done, so I appreciate you asking about it.
Oh man, I literally, anyone who's asked me about the record, I'm like, man, he has one song that just grabs my heart and I just fucking cry every time I listen to
Thanks,
it.
dude.
It was too. It was a song I needed, and I don't think I've ever said that in an interview of a song I personally needed to hear.
Well, I'm honored to be the first to make you do that.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I'm getting such great joy. I think I'm getting more joy of saying it than you are saying it at this point.
That the album's out?
Yeah,
dude, I fear you may be right, bro, because I'm telling you, this has been obviously the best, like this has been the best start to any year of my life, obviously. Like it's so cool. There's a whole lot of shit that comes with putting out an album, bro. It is like one of the most stressful processes pretty much ever. So but I'm enjoying it though. I am enjoying it. It's been fun.
You look like you're having so much fun, and that's the best part of it.
I'm trying to, man. I'm doing my best. Yeah, it's been a blast, man. Especially these shows, dude. Like it's been. I was just saying when I was at Atlantic earlier, like it's so cool to see the old songs not go as hard anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like because now they want to hear the new stuff.
Yep.
Which I think it's so cool, bro.
If I were listening to you on Spotify like I do every day, I did notice that basically every single song that's in your top is going gone at this point.
It's getting there. I'm trying to get all the old ones out and make it. I think like 7 of the top 10 are all going gone, which that's like, that's what you want as an artist. You know, when you drop new stuff, that's like the goal. So yeah, it's been cool.
And speaking of your live show, you have the Wildlife opening, who I absolutely adore. That band's been on my show so many times since like 2017.
They're great, man.
Yeah, and my favorite thing was seeing them do the Pick Your Poison dance on day one of the tour. I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude, they are, dude, they're such an awesome band to have out, and like the fans like love them. I think it's like a great show for anybody that likes like my kind of music, because even if you like them, it's just like a great night of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get like, there are situations, not myself really, because I feel like I've always had great openers. But you go to shows and like sometimes like the opener like doesn't match or whatever. And they're just like a perfect match, man. I think they're great, and like so people have really loved them. And also I love their song Here We Go Again, the pour another drink and maybe say what I'm thinking. That's so good, dude.
So good.
So yeah, man, they've been crushing it. It's been a blast to have them out.
That's awesome. Actually, funny story. When I got my tattoo, the Jack Skellington, if my hoodie goes up far enough, Jack Skellington with the saucer hat on top.
Yeah.
I don't know if Peyton could zoom in on it. Don't zoom in on it. My arms aren't looking as good as they used to.
Dude, me too, bro. I feel you. I feel you.
But the day I got this tattoo was the first time I heard the Wildlife. One of their friends happened to be crashing with my friend that we were getting $13 tattoos on Friday the 13th and played Over Sentimental for me. And I remember just like DMing them being like, yo, I'm Fish. I work at idobi. I love your band.
That's so dope. When was that?
2017.
Oh my God, dude. It's so cool how they've been a band for so long.
Yeah.
Like, my biggest regret is like not getting into this earlier. Like I didn't even start writing songs till I was like 19,
Yeah. But
it's crazy.
I mean, I think it paid off. It's kind of like the college kid playing basketball who holds off that extra year to go pro.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, hey, it's working out, man. I think like everything, happens the way it's supposed to happen. So I'm grateful, baby.
Hey, it's happening the way it's happening because you made it happen this way.
Oh, thanks, bro.
And not to make a you happen pun.
I was sitting here trying to think of one, but I'm glad you did because I couldn't.
we have the quippiest artists I know with people who say I make the most puns. So this would be a great improv one day.
Yeah, it'll be beautiful, bro.
So with the record, you have the 2 EPs out. And now you have the record. Then I think you have a handful of singles that didn't make a body of work technically, or maybe a couple.
Well, yeah. So, dude, that was super interesting. So, like last year, I put out a bunch of singles, dude, that were like supposed to be the start of the debut album. But, dude, like last year, I was, because of not the 1975 and everything, I just felt like last year, like don't get me wrong, I love the songs I put out last year. I love Change Your Mind. I love Here's to Us. I love Me, Myself, and Your Eyes. Love Treadmill. I like Treadmill. I wouldn't say I love Treadmill. I lied. But I love Invisible. Like I love those songs. But like, dude, all of last year, I found myself like trying to make songs that I was like, okay, I think this is gonna like work on TikTok. I think this is gonna go viral. Like, I felt myself making songs for others and not making music for myself. And I feel like, not that I feel like people could tell, but they were all like my least streamed songs. Like, not my least streamed, but they all just were like fine. You know, they all like did fine. And I felt like it was because I was so wrapped up in trying to make stuff that I thought like the internet would like, or that my label would like, instead of just like making music for me, which is what like I've always done.
Yeah.
And that's like what's always worked. And so I for some reason, like last year, I felt like I just kind of like lost that. And so, yeah, like I remember when we put out Invisible, that was when I was like, I told my managers, Wes and Larry, I was like, guys, like, I'm restarting this album. Like, I'm like, these songs will not be on. And plus, my label wanted me to put the album out in April, and they wanted it to be like 12 songs. And I was like, bro, 7 of the songs are already out. I was like, so we're going to make people wait 7 more months for 5 songs? I was like, we're not doing all that. So I ended up kind of scrapping the songs, not the original idea for the album, but I ended up scrapping all of the songs and just kind of restarting. To be honest, we wrote kind of the entire album with the exception of like Going, Gone, She's Not Okay, and maybe Pick Your Poison. Like, with the exception of those 3, like every song got written out here in LA in a span of like 10 days.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I don't know what happened. We just kind of like went on this heater of just writing. Like, I'm trying to think what we wrote out here. We did Now and Then Out Here. We did Oxygen Thief. We did Win Some, Lose Somebody. We did A Heart Still Breaks. We did The DJ. We did Voicemail. Like, all in a matter of like 6 days. All of these songs were songs that got made and all of that. And so, yeah, the album just kind of remade itself. So all those songs, all those other songs from last year, they kind of got left in the dust. But that's all right. I still got a couple of them on the set list, and I still love those songs.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, like I said, making an album is stressful, bro. It's got to be the best you can, you know? And I wanted to make it, dude, it's your debut album. I wanted to make an album for me. Like, I wanted my debut album to be mine, you know? And so I think I did that.
I think you definitely did.
Took me a while, but I think I did it.
And it just warms my heart to know that you wrote most of the record in your favorite city in the world that you can't wait to move to.
Absolutely. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, brother.
Had to come in like LeBron.
Dude, I'll tell you what, though. LA has grown on me. There's no chance I move here, but it has grown on me. I think it's just because I know the people that there's good people out here that I like know, and I think it just took a minute to find those people, you know? But now I really enjoy coming out here for like 2 weeks max at a time.
You're Vegas.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
So something I really thought was so cool was before you started the tour, you posted this like Full House type video. Showing love for everyone in your live band and in your crew, and even your girlfriend, who's always so supportive. Yeah. Talk about how important it is to give everyone on the touring crew their flowers, even though they're just seeing Knox on every flyer.
Dude, it is like it's the most important. And it's not even just the tour crew, dude. It's like giving everybody that was involved, like, the credit that they deserve, you know? Like, I can't do an interview without bringing up Spencer Jordan or Cam or Zach or like any of those guys, dude. Because like I said, it's like like obviously I'm the person that has to go sell it, but that's just my role in this entire like family's business that we all run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, you know, Lizzie's job is to be the tour manager. My job in this whole role is just to go and sell the product. You know what I'm saying? So and dude, I just think like, man, I've been in situations where I feel like I haven't gotten like the credit that I deserved, or like I feel like I have been overlooked before. And like when I became an artist, like I was like, I would never want Spencer Jordan to feel how I felt, how I have felt, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, with anybody like that, man, it's just like, and it's just, honestly, it's like, bro, I'm so thankful for all of them. Like, these are my best friends in the whole world that like eat, sleep, and breathe to make like my stupid dream happen. And it's like, bro, if you're taking those people for granted, that's like the most, like, it's just, that's crazy. Like, how could you do something like that? You know what I mean? So like, yeah, man, I just like, I love all of them, and I just want them to know that like, truly, like, every single one of them is just as, if not sometimes more, like, important than I am, you know? Like, none of this, I'm not here with you right now, like, without some of the people that have helped get to this spot. So, yeah, man, I just want them to always know that, like, you know, I'm still a small artist, so it's like, you know, I know, like, dude, Christian and Johnny still have normal jobs. Like, I don't even have enough money to like pay them full time to like not go to normal work or whatever. So it's like, in order to show, you just have to like show how much they are like loved and appreciated, and like, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I think that stuff is like the most important thing in the world. You know, I would hate to take all the credit for everything, because it's just like not true.
Truly a beautiful answer. And I've been
Thanks.
blessed enough to meet all these people too. And they're all such incredible people. And just interviewing you, it just makes so much sense after talking to everyone. It's like, man, it's like the perfect answers covered this way.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, it's like, dude, we're a family, man. We've like got to live some of our like dreams together, you know? And that's just something that creates like such a special bond between people. It's like, dude, my first ever time I got to play Lollapalooza, we were on the main stage. Insane, like, you know, 8,000 people are there. You're looking at the Chicago skyline, and it's like, I didn't just do that. Like, I got to do that with Johnny and Christian, and it was their first time. And it's like, bro, once you do something like that with people, man, it's like this unbreakable bond, you know? And so, yeah, making sure those guys feel the love, and, you know, everything is like priority number one.
And they're just so fun to watch live too. So now tonight, I can't wait to see Cam on stage for the first time too.
No, the boys are gonna be ripping tonight. You best believe it.
So I know you've toured across the country a handful of times now. I wouldn't say a ton of times by any means.
Yeah, definitely. We're getting started, no doubt.
So have you played international yet, or is your first shows coming up soon?
No, first time. I've never even been overseas. So,
really?
Yeah. So the fact that my first time overseas is going to play a sold out tour is crazy, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. It's like, bro, it's just mind blowing. Like, we sold like 1,300 tickets in London. Like, we upgraded the venue twice. It's like crazy, man. So it's so cool that people like on the other side of the world are like listening to our songs that we made. It's like insane. So yeah, it's gonna be epic.
Now, are you nervous playing Not the 1975 on his home turf?
Absolutely not, bro. Tell Matty Healy to pull up, bro. Not in a bad way, just because I want to take a picture with him and tell him how much I love him. That made it sound like, yeah, pull up, bro. Pull up, see what happens. Like, no. I would love nothing more if Matty Healy was at the show.
Pull up, see what happens. You're going to be shaking ass within 30 seconds, or you get your money back.
That's what I'm saying. I got to get my two goals. I got to get Matty Healy to a show. I got to get Ed Sheeran to a show. Those are my two. Those are my two guys.
You took one of my last questions out of my mouth. I wanted to ask about Ed Sheeran, because I see your little internet romance you guys have right now. So what's this Ginger Squad or whatever? I feel a little left out.
Dude, it was so funny. That was actually so sick of him to like comment on that, because I've met Ed a couple times now. And he got a Going Gone vinyl, because we have like some shared teams in Atlantic, so there's some people that work with him that work with me, and yeah, he like brought me up at dinner with one of my, I'm not even supposed to be saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Chelsea, if you hear this, I'm really sorry, but yeah, it was at dinner, and he like, I guess, brought me up, and she said that I had my debut album coming out, and he was like, dude, let me get a vinyl if you guys printed it. So she hooked him up with one, and yeah, I hope he likes it, but he must not hate it, because then the Ginger Army thing.
Oh, Ginger Army.
Yeah, like that was like, I think he posted a tweet or a TikTok. There was like a video of him doing like Taekwondo or something, just doing Ed Sheeran things, you know, because that's what Ed Sheeran does. It's just the most random side quest ever. But he had said that it was like, I'm forming a Ginger Army, and then he was with Alex Warren, I think at Coachella or something. I don't know, but he did another pop-up with Alex Warren, and then it came up again that was like the Ginger Army is forming. So I just made that stupid video and was like, I volunteer as tribute. But then he commented on it. He was like, we got you, brother. I was like, bro, this is crazy. And then like, bro, what's funny is not I obviously I can't name names or anything, but I know the person who runs his social media very well, and so I had to text them, and I was like, "Did you leave this comment? Like, was this you or was that Ed?" And they were like, "No, it was all him." They were like, "That's actually so funny. That's crazy that he did that." And I was like, so they either said that to make me feel better, or it was really him. I'm gonna tell myself it was really him, and that he remembers me and cares and gives a shit about me.
Well, it's on radio that it was him, so it was him.
Yeah, there we go. It was him. It was Ed, guys. But yeah, I hope he likes the record. That'd be nice to hear some feedback from literally the greatest songwriter of all time.
I don't know anyone who could hate the record.
I hope. I mean, hey, believe it or not, I know people that don't love it. So
we don't love them.
Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying.
So I have a couple more questions for you. This is kind of based off of just off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
Just looking at your tattoos, you have the envelope tattoo, which is significant to Love Letter. I would assume?
The love letter. Yeah.
And then you have the paper plane, which is significant to a song too of yours, right?
Yeah, or just the album in general. Yeah, going, gone. Yeah.
Okay, so that is a going, gone tattoo.
Yeah. I figured it was my debut album. I can get some ink, and then I got these. The other day, I got these ignorant tattoos. I got a Spider-Man falling down. It's horrid. And then I got an even worse Spider-Man. It's all crusty because I just got it, but I got like the Spider-Man comic book thing. Ew, I need to put some lotion on there. It's all gross.
Yeah,
I just got them though. So yeah, but yeah, I'm inked up, baby. I'm tough.
Now, if you were going to get another tattoo of a song of yours, what would it be?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. I mean, eventually I'll get a sneaker like a Nike, like an Air Force One somewhere. But what's a cooler one? Like If Pick Your Poison like popped off, because basically I get tattoos of my songs that have like changed my life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I have the Not the 1975 tattoo, I have Love Letter, which didn't really change my life, but it definitely, like, Love Letter was the second song that also like it went pretty viral, and like that was when because you have one TikTok song, and then I went those couple months without having another viral TikTok song, and then it was like, shit, am I a TikTok artist? And then Love Letter was the one that kind of cemented it all for me. So yeah, I got the Love Letter. Obviously this is for the album, and then I would probably get like, I don't know, it could be cool to get like a bottle of poison if it was Pick Your Poison or something. Or if it was like You Happen, there could be something cool in there. I mean, there's a million. Maybe I get a My Morning Jacket tattoo, which actually, if My Morning Jacket ever hears this, I am so sorry. And I genuinely mean that. If I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna tell you, I've never told anybody this, Mike. This is so embarrassing. But when we wrote that song, I came up with the idea of You Happened, whatever. We were writing the lines. Spencer, actually it was Spencer and this guy Michael Whitworth. They were like saying, they wrote the first three lines. They wrote, I hate Tennessee accents, My Morning Jacket, and Adderall addicts. They wrote that. And I had nothing to do with those lines. And I thought they were just talking about like My Morning Jacket. And I was like, what? I was like, what are you guys talking about? And then they explained to me that it was a band. I didn't even know. Like, that's how uneducated I am. I didn't even know that My Morning Jacket was a band. So then I went back through and I like did my research and listened to their stuff, and I very much appreciate it. And then thankfully one of their guys followed me on Instagram, and I was like, he thought the song was funny. So I was like, thank God. But I felt really bad because I actually got some hate on TikTok the other day. I had a video of You having to go viral, and everybody was like, it was like all these guys in the comments being like, the My Morning Jacket hate is so forced. And I was like, brother, half the people in the crowd probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, I was like, yeah, it was bad. So My Morning Jacket, I love you guys. Don't get it twisted. That's it. That's all I have to say, and I'm really sorry.
I have a similar situation that happened to me.
Yeah.
So the Maine has a song, Bad Behavior, and the lyric is, you love the sounds of cigarettes after sex. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, man, that's so deep and poetic. Jono, what a fucking god, writing a song about the sound of a lighter or matches and each puff of a cigarette burning. And then someone's like, dumbass, that's a fucking band.
That is so funny. That's, at least yours was nice though, that you were like, what geniuses, bro. You know what I mean? That's funny. Me, I'm just like, I hate them, and I just don't at all. You know?
Well,
God.
Either way, you have an in-store to get to, and we're going to listen to My Morning Jacket on the whole ride there.
Let's go, baby. I can't wait. Yes, we are.
Knox, thank you so much for coming by the show. It's always an honor to get to talk to you, an even bigger honor to get to hang out with you in person, and the biggest honor to be able to talk about your debut record on air with you right now.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Of course. Going, Gone, out now. And we've talked about it a lot during this interview. I think it'd be pretty bad if we didn't play it at this point. We got to end the interview with You Happened.
Dude, okay, we should also, I have to say one thing before we go. I meant to say this. I have to thank you because you guys played 50-50 on Heavy Rotation. And let me tell you, that was the one song I was like iffy to put out because I was like, I'm going to like lose all the alternative love. And all the rock stations are never going to play this. And then you guys played the hell out of it, bro. And I appreciate that more than you know.
Hell yeah. Anytime that you're putting out music, it'll be in Heavy Rotation on idobi Radio.
Let's go, baby. All right. You Happened. Let's rip it.
Gone Fishkin is live on idobi Radio.